Thanks so much for tuning in. I want to talk just about one little small subject matter here. This is on the payments, repairs, older machines, newer machines. I get the question all the time, Cy, why do you run all this brand new gear? And it's not brand new anymore. It's 2.5 years old. This machine we didn't buy brand new. We bought this machine used. We had it on rent for 7-8 months and then bought it. It's got right at 5,000 hours on it, and the larger equipment like this, if it's well taken care of, can go for a long time, meaning 10, 15, or 20,000 hours in a machine if it's well maintained. But this machine happens to be one of the second generation DEF machines, and I was scared to death to buy it because of, but there is some ways you can delete those. I'm not saying that's what we're gonna do on this machine or anything, but we've got some things to fix, and this machine has been down, let's see here, 4 weeks out of the 7 they've been on this job, and they're hard to fix. So I literally trucked this machine to the shop down there, Precision Sales and Service. They put what'd they put in it? Lift pump. I'm not a mechanic, guys. That's also why I can't just jump up there and go do it myself. Dude, I would. I just don't have the knowledge. At the same time, I would rather have warranty, the repair bill, and the mileage to and from coming to fix this machine on the dealer themselves and just pay a payment. Because guess what? When this machine's down, it's not my problem, it's their problem. Now don't get me wrong, this is on a much larger scale than most mini-X and skid steer operations. I came from that all the way up to what we're doing now, but this machine sitting here right now at freaking 12 o'clock on a Monday, deader than a doornail, does me zero good for production, zero good to get this job done, zero in every category. Downtime is your worst enemy, absolute worst enemy, okay? And when this machine isn't making production and it's designated on a job site, well, now this machine's down. Now I've got to shuffle around another machine to get a machine here to cover its duties. And obviously I don't just have 80,000 pound machines sitting everywhere. So I'm going to bring a 50 or 60,000 pound machine in. Guess what? It's not near the size of the same bucket, slows productions down. You're like, Cy, that can't matter that much. Well, 4.5 scoops per truck compared to 8.5 scoops per truck is a big difference in time throughout the day and getting those trucks turned around, right? Shout out to Bill. He's diagnosed this relatively well without having a scanner tool. And so we put the lift pump on it, called a guy, hey man, got a lift pump issue, or hey, I got these issues, what do you think? Oh, it's that lift pump. Well, he also failed to tell me that this old girl, when he put the lift pump in the other machine he was referencing to, he also put a high pressure relief valve in with a couple of washers while he was already down there. So they got it all buttoned up, tested it out for about 20 minutes. I trucked it back here to the job, cost me $1,200 there, $1,200 back, and she's dead still. I love this. I love this so much. This right here gives me a heart attack, stresses me out, makes me go bananas. And this is why I tend to run newer equipment, because I don't know how to just jump in there. And you're like, well, Cy, just jump up there and start working on it. Well, that's fine. Who's gonna be the project manager? Who's gonna be the safety guy? Who's gonna run the company? If you think that my best utilization of time at this stage in my company is to jump in here and work on a machine, I would take a little look at your own self for just a minute, because that's not the best use of my time. I can go land another $500,000 $1 million project in the time 3 or 4 or 8 hours in frustration that I'm in here. What's my best utilization of my time for the company? Well, it's not fixing old broke down pieces of crap machines. I hate working on stuff. I use hate strongly, but I literally hate working on very expensive payments every month, Payments and repairs will take you down faster than anything else. When you're making a payment, whether it's pickup trucks, whether it's dump trucks, whether it's equipment, whether it's trailers, if you're making a payment on something and fixing it, stop, take a pause, and find a different way to approach that situation, because you're gonna go straight in the red and stay in the red, and you ain't coming out until you pause, take a look at the situation, and figure a couple of different ways around it. So, for you gearheads, we changed out the lift pump on the low pressure side. Lift pump, is that what I said? Yeah, lift pump on the low pressure side, I apologize. And I wish we would have had the valve as well. Again, I wish I had more knowledge when this stuff happened. Wish we would have got the high pressure relief valve in, but that's what's coming. Get that in, spin around, then we're looking at injection pump, then we're looking at injectors themselves. So please make sure you have an understanding and you can work on this machine all yourself, because if you can't, and if you're just working on it yourself, you're just dealing with your time and the parts it takes to get it on. But if you don't know how, you're paying somebody and you're eating an invoice while you're having downtime. Oh, and you got to rent a machine if you don't have one in your fleet to take its place. Oh, that hurts the bottom line and can completely swing a job. Can't talk crap on the 0360. She has loaded a lot of dirt for this company already. She's been a dang good machine. She's got 5,500 hours on it. And that's when all that maintenance really starts kicking up. And to some of you guys, you're gonna be like, oh, that's just normal general use stuff. Well, yes, I completely agree. But we're not set up to have 5,000 hour machines. We've only got, 10 to 15 machines in our fleet. So it's not like I got just some spot to go working on this thing. I gotta send it somewhere. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to stop, take a minute. I was like, this could be a video all in itself. Downtime can possibly be the #1 thing you need to avoid, arguably, in the excavation world. You got this machine sitting here, absolutely dead in the water. I've already paid it for it to go to a shop, get something replaced. Now it's missing something else. But now this 80,000 pound machine sitting here. Now I've got to find another machine in our fleet or rent a machine to bring out here and keep up with production, because guess why? The sun's finally shining, guys. I don't get a choice on that. So I got to make it happen. Sam needs a machine to keep his job running efficiently.